All right. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the next step in the words of wisdom and living the good life. I'm excited to have everybody here. Can you guys hear me all right? Can everybody hear me? Everything good? I'm going to wait for a couple people to join. This is a great topic. I'm super excited to share. Getting people in slowly but surely. Still waiting on a few more people to join in the YouTube chat for my live stream. Fresh Start is here. Waiting for a few more people. Among Us sent me here. Thank you. Michael is here. All right, we'll get going. I'm sure more people will join in the YouTube live stream. So today we're talking about unstumpability and Sherlock Holmes sleuthing. We're talking about uncovering all of the knowledge at your fingertips. Over-optimism can be deadly, and a lot of people think that having optimism is healthy, but naturally, as human beings, we all trend towards optimism. And while having a little bit of optimism is fine, when you're drinking water, for instance, drinking water is good for you, but drinking too much water can kill you. With unstumpability, it's kind of a word I came up with. I don't even know if it's a real word, but you should not be able to be stumped in your field of interest. I'm going to say that again. In your field of interest, you should not be stumped. You should not have somebody that can stump you. Would you want to have a surgery done by a doctor who doesn't know how many bones are in the human body? I read a statistic not too long ago that said that most doctors don't even know how many bones are in the human body. Would you want that person to perform a surgery on you? You have to flip things around. If you want to get mentors, be a person that you would want to mentor to. If you were a mentor, you got to flip things around. You want to marry an incredible person, look in the mirror. Red Among Us. Hi, Red. Welcome. Take a look in the mirror. People marry people like themselves. People get into relationships like themselves. There's a certain level that you're at in life, and like you could put a numerical value on most things that you are. And so you can say, well, this is the level I'm at. This is the type of person that I deserve. How do I make myself more deserving? And then you have to ask yourself, well, what would make me not deserving of this person in my current life? So become the person you would want to marry. Have indications of curiosity. If you are not curious, you will not be able to generate the passion and the energy. And it takes a lot of energy to solve hard problems. And Elon Musk says that you get paid in direct proportion to the problems that you solve. So you need to have a lot of energy. And that's been a constant battle for me. I don't know if it's something that's universal, but definitely a battle for me to gather the energy that it takes to solve the problem. So you need to generate vast amounts of passion and energy. Rewire your mind, become more aware. For me, I can absolutely get the right passion in order to solve a problem, but my energy runs out. So it's about endurance. I have to constantly figure out how to build endurance. Like yesterday, we talked about cold showers. I absolutely think that helps build endurance and energy levels. There's a bunch of other different things you could do. Like right now, I'm taking this supplement called Shilajit that is a mineral compound from the Himalayan mountains. And I think that helps with endurance and energy levels. But you don't want to be burnt out. What I would suggest people do is have a family member or a friend ask you 3 questions. 3 questions that they think are tough questions. And if you can't answer all 3, learn the answers and increase your curiosity factor. Bill Gates is near unstoppable, especially in his field of interest. If you ask him anything about the stuff he's dealing with day to day, he knows exactly what is going on. And having a high level of awareness is one of the really key indicators that you're going to be successful in life. If you gather a whole bunch of 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds together, young kids, the way you can determine whether or not that child is intelligent and like a genius and also going to be successful in life, statistically, this is proven, is if they notice things that other people don't pick up on, that the adults don't pick up on. That's a genius child. So curiosity has to become a habit. Be able to say, my brain is not the brain I had a couple of years ago, or a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, or days ago. Consider your worth a damn factor, which comes from awareness. So the amount that you deserve, the credibility you have, all comes from your curiosity, your awareness, and your unstumpability. Get people to question you on things. You should understand all 25 of the cognitive biases, the science behind beauty and symmetry. One of my favorite biases that I just thought of that would be really helpful to understand would be the liking bias. People like themselves. Understand the peacock theory, understand happiness, human psychology, understand your body, your health, your finances. Have high levels of awareness in these things. I once read a quote that said, human beings need to be experts in 2 fields, health and finances, because everybody has to deal with those 2 problems. And they're huge problems in every single human being's life in the entire universe. Every single person on this globe has to deal with their health and finances. And it's not an issue until it becomes an issue. But you have to get ahead of it. Do the easy things while they're still easy. So we can't aspire to be things we've never seen before. So we need fantastic mentors and fantastic human beings to follow our lives after. And that's where I think having mentors and then also reading great books from people that have already succeeded in those areas can be really helpful towards success. And this goes for not just health and wealth, but those are really important ones, but also relationships, human psychology, social interactions, and happiness. I'm reading a great book right now called Happiness is a Serious Problem by Dennis Prager, and I would highly recommend it. So my questions for today are, what is an example of a question that you asked, a question asked that you didn't know the answer to? So somebody asked you a question you didn't know the answer to. You should probably figure out that answer pretty soon. It's okay to not know the answers. You want to become unstoppable, but you should have a high level of awareness. Like, it's not often that somebody asks me a question in finance that I don't know. But if I don't know, I also have the humility to say that I don't know, but I'll figure it out, and then I become better. Another question would be, what keeps you from searching a little bit more, digging deeper, and not becoming stumped? Because you could be in the constant state of not knowing. So what is stopping you? And what is a practical thing in an area that you're going to learn a little bit more about today? How are you going to do it? There's this really great quote by Steve Martin that says, "Be so good that the world can't ignore you." There's another book I really love called Curious by Jan Leslie. And that book is pure gold. One of the top, I would say it's in the top 1,000 books ever written. And that's kind of what this whole topic is based off of. So if you enjoyed this conversation, make sure to like the video, subscribe. Definitely let me know if you have any future topics that you'd like for me to cover. I'm going to start posting edited cinematic videos on here instead of just my live streams. But I want this to be an opportunity to have a conversation. And there's a few messages in the chat, but nobody's really bouncing ideas off of each other. And I want that to be the way we do this, not just me having a conversation. That's very one-sided. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and comment below any topics that you'd like for me to cover in the future. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about the thing you never want to hear somebody say about you. What do you never want to hear somebody say about you? And it also ties into death by faint praise. All right, I will see everybody later. Thank you for joining for the Words of Wisdom.